Hey guys, how's it going? Blueberry Gamer here. Welcome back to Minecraft Let's Build. So it's been a long time since we did Winter Cabin, I believe was the last thing we did. That was back in the holidays, and I was going to do my Let's Build holiday stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't get any comments on what to build. So today we're building something super cool. Da. So you may not recognize that, but I have a picture down in the bottom right corner of my screen to help out. I'm afraid you guys can't see it. But today I'm going to try to build the Arc de Triomphe, which is the amazing arch in Paris. So I'm gonna I hope you guys don't mind, but I set up the general frame like off camera just simply because there's so much to work with for this. So the first thing we're going to start off on is for this build, we got to get the arches down. That's the most important part, the thing that sets this build off, the thing that sets this arch off from everything else. So this video may be too long for one thing. I'll have to cut it up, maybe, I don't know. But another thing as well, I realized a little bit ago or a couple days ago that I have some weird beeps and squeaks in my videos from my head. I think that may be from my headset. I'm gonna release a mic test soon, which will be testing the quality of the mic or the headset, and you guys can vote on which headset you like better, so I know what to use for you guys. So I'm just putting in this pillar quartz because after looking at this picture, I originally was going to use these, but then I realized that the arch has a little bit more detail to it. So I'm going to add this art. So I'm going to add this pillared, gosh, I haven't played Minecraft in a while. Nether quartz. Yeah, I've been doing a lot more Project Pokemon, Beware Planet Earth. I get into those games. So we got the arch idea down. So before I go on the outside, oh, actually, I may have to turn off the Minecraft music. Sorry, guys. I really like the Minecraft music, but I need to be able to talk. So something I realized about, whoa, gosh, that was a voice crack. Okay, so starting over. Something I realized about this build is I realized that I would have to work out the interior somehow. So I was looking at this picture, and there's this beautiful square artwork, or this beautiful square designs on the inside of it. Unfortunately, I have to use chiseled stone brick. It doesn't match the color at all, but the fact that the roof would be a little darker, I think it could sort of work. I think it could be pulled off. So now let's just keep building this out. I think we're gonna do a little bit of the interior first, and then we're gonna work out because the outside is just a bunch of manual working on it. This is where the fun is, getting to design the interior, getting to set all that up. Okay, so we got those arches made. Now, if I remember correctly, this arch overlaps all of them, and this sort of feeds into it. Which that could be a problem, actually. Let's do that. We'll have that arch sort of continued. That could work. I could see that working. That didn't actually go as well as I had hoped, but it's still good. So now this arch up at the top here has to be super beautiful. Oh, sorry. Super beautiful. And I hope you guys will see that I am feeling much better now. I think what I needed was a good night's rest over at the beginning of the weekend, but now I feel great. And I am ready to do more videos. Because I watched my Mewtwo EX video over, like, as I was editing it, and I could tell from listening to my other videos before that my voice sounded a little bit more congested and nasal, so I apologize for that. I try to put out relatively good quality for you guys. I know I can't achieve the best, but I try to. I shoot for the skies. So there we go. That is the general shape. You know what? I'm gonna try that. Let's see how that looks. I think I kind of like that better because it sort of blends in with the slope. I was just trying to figure out how to make a transition. Alright, I'm looking. Alright. So next actually is... Oh. Well, what comes next is I actually have to do this. There's another arch, like on the outside, on the interior. So let's just do that. Alright. So this is looking pretty good, guys. I'm happy with this so far. So next we need to do that. Alright. Oh, I think I can pull this off. Let's see. That means we're going to have to do... I'm trying to figure out something. I'm looking and I'm seeing on the picture. I'm seeing that there's a thin white line here that sort of divides it. What I can do is, I didn't actually plan this, but How does andesite look in comparison to stone bricks? Okay, they're... See, this... I'm afraid this wasn't actually according to plan. I'm trying to find a material that looks really close to the same consistency of that, but it's being smooth. Because I discovered that on the outside, we're going to have to do that. Let's try good old stone. Alright, that's pretty close. We'll use that. Because I found that this little bit here is actually smooth. It's not like the rock texture. So let's see how that looks. Honestly, I think I'm just going to stick with this. I don't even know why I had the black stained glass in. But, alright, let's see. We got to make a transition here. Let's use... what I do on the outside here. Oh, I didn't do that yet. We need to use... let's try the raw diorite, because it's like a little bit more blended. I know this isn't going to be a perfect rendition. In fact, it's probably going to be pretty bad. I like this better. It's sort of... because it needs to be... it needs to stand out as having texture. Which in that case, the raw diorite would probably be best. Oops. Let's fix that. There we go. Yeah, I tried to do a bit of planning for this video, but I discovered that it would not work too well for the purposes of that. Let's do this. And can we... oh, we can. Alright. Well, I know what we're going to have to do for here is we're just going to have to put polished diorite all along these interior sides. That is what we're going to do for that. I can just see from here. Like, I don't have a perfect view of the inside of the Arc de Triomphe. I can see a reasonable bit, which will be enough for me. The problem is the only reason I'm putting the glowstone on the inside is to keep things from spawning in there, because we don't want to hear a bunch of zombies and creepers and all that while we're touring our majestic French, what is it called? Monument. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know why, I lost my train of thought there. But it would look like that. Let's see. Yeah, you can still see the pattern on the roof. This needs to be something. It needs to stand out from the rest. Something I did notice, though, is these stairs are actually important for stuff. So I think what we need to do is we need to run the stairs along on the inside here. And that'll actually solve the problem we were having about the whole archway thing, or some of it, at least. Because I noticed on the outside of the Arc de Triomphe, the thing... I apologize severely if I'm saying that wrong. I probably am. And yeah, that's not good. Let's just fill in the rest of these. I'm noticing now, because the thing is, I think I may already explain this, but the real monument is 50 meters by 45 meters. I'm scaling it down for this, so it's a... and since each block in Minecraft is a square meter, this is about 25 blocks tall and 23 wide. So it's about the right size still. And do we need... yeah, we need that. Whoops. So apparently this doesn't need to be here. Like that. Let's see how that looks, guys. Because I'm actually changing a few of the plans I had just because they're not working. Okay, we don't need to go that high. Whoops. Let's break that. We only need to go up to the height of about there. Okay, so the stair is there. So what we can do is... I'm afraid because of the limitations of Minecraft blocks, the Arc de Triomphe has amazing marble sculptures like built into the sides. I'm afraid I can't capture that with the limited resources I have here. Like, I was kind of struggling to find the Y resource because the Arc de Triomphe doesn't have like square rigid structure like this. It's all smooth, but I don't have anything like that to work with. So I'm having to resort to this, which is not exactly smooth. It will work for these purposes, but I know people are probably saying, hey, you could have used quartz. The problem is I was trying to get rid of this little block, like the rigid lines around the sides. I was trying to find a way to get rid of that. So we got the lip there. Let's continue it around, because that's going to be important. Let's just build up. I know I just wanted... I know I'm saying I'll work on the interior. I just want to get this set up so I know how it looks. That looks good. Alright, so we can work with that. I need to finish building the interior of this, so I can get rid of that corner edge. Alright. Now, I know I could probably speed build this, because something I've seen YouTubers do is they'll have another camera and they'll just have that one, like just sitting with the same texture pack, and then they'll have themselves like with a speed build and there's editing. Now, I'm going to admit I am terrible at editing, and I know I can't do that. So I am simply just going to do this, like I have done my other Let's Builds. Maybe in the future when I actually somewhat start to get good at technology, I could work with that. Sort of like editing and stuff to make it, like, I could do a lot more per episode, and I could do bigger scales and things. But I'm afraid I cannot do that with the technological capacity I have in my brain, which is very little. Alright. Yes! This is already taking shape. At most, this will probably take 2 episodes, honestly. I don't see this taking long. The inside of these pillars also look like this. There's not anything special to them. I'm going to save the outside for probably the next little bit, because that takes some ornamentation. That could take a while. Like, there's all sorts of stuff that we'd have to do that I don't exactly have the blocks for, but we'll have to see how that works out. Alright, come on. Finish. Oh, yes. This is actually turning out better than I hoped it would. I thought it was going to be really bad. And I'm sorry. Let's admit it, this is still pretty bad, but it's not terrible, I'd like to say. But, okay, so let's see. I've explained why I'm using this polished andesite, which I'm just going to make a disclaimer. Normally, I think, in solo survival, I think I maybe used the first season, I think I maybe used this, like, in one build, like the little chicken coop. But I personally don't like the look of polished andesite. I just needed something white and something relatively smooth for this build. So I decided, hey, polished andesite's pretty close. We may just have to work with that. So this is looking pretty good. The one thing I'm still a little upset about is this transition for the arches, because I'm looking on the video, or on the picture I have to the side, and it's a lot more quick and sudden. I think I may have put the arch 1 block too high. Unfortunately, we will have to work with that. We could probably, yeah, that's a problem. Well, let's just continue. Let's put back the polished diorite and see if that will work. You know what? I like that better than the raw diorite. I was trying to get a texture difference on it, but I realized that it's not worth it. It looks a lot better just blending, sort of. Alright. This looks significantly better, I think, than I expected. I don't know why I keep saying that. I gotta meet my expectations, I guess. Okay. But honestly, I think I haven't really done any significant monuments before. I did the campsite. I did a winter cabin. I think in one of my update videos, or a while ago, maybe I think maybe it was the New Year's special. I was talking about making like the Theed Palace, like its special arches and stuff. But I'm thinking I may save that for a future video. But I think the reason I got onto Arc de Triomphe was because I remember thinking about the arches, because something I wanted to build was like the giant arch the Jedi leaped down from in episode 1 to save Queen Amidala. So, and I thought, cool arches, and then I'm like, hey, probably can't build all of Theed Palace, but maybe I could build something else with arches, and I thought, hey, Arc de Triomphe. It's really cool looking, and it's something I could maybe work with. So, let's see what this looks like. Alright, this isn't too bad. I'll admit the interior is really empty. What we can do for that is we can do, I think it's cyan. Yeah, it's like a gray. We can bring that in. And we can use this for like a nice, beautiful road on the inside. Because that's what I think it is. Because you can march through it, so I'm pretty... Oh, well, ignore this. But I basically had to knock down... So I'm going to show you guys. I had to put probably an hour's worth of renovation into getting the terrain made for this. This all here, you'll see how steep this is. There was basically half of this was taken up by a giant bulge, and there was a dip down here. I had to fill that in, extend this a little bit, and then like blow up half the mountain just for this to work. So I hope you guys appreciate this, because yeah, it took quite a bit of work to set up. So I'm gonna have to find a more clever spot for the lamps in the future. I'm keeping them here for now, simply so that no monsters spawn. But yeah, I like the way this cyan stained clay looks. I've never been able to use it in any builds before, in survival or creative. Creative just because I haven't seen the use for it. And survival's because obviously clay is not exactly the most common resource, and I usually like making actual bricks out of them. So yeah, if that makes any sense. But I remember, it's okay, this isn't even on topic with Arc de Triomphe anymore, but I remember when I was playing on, the first time I actually saw stained clay actually being used in a build was I was playing on a server a long time ago, probably a couple years ago, with one of my friends, and he was trying to make like a, I guess I could describe it as like a modern, like, office building, and he was using this as like a gray, and I was like, wow, I didn't know you could get that form of gray in Minecraft. But yeah, so ever since then I've actually wanted to use it for something, but never found the use for it. So there we go. Let's see. We're at 15 minutes for this video. I'm thinking, I'm thinking I don't know if I'd be able to finish this. It'd be a long video if I were to do it in one sitting. I could either do it in one sitting, or I could split it into two. We'll have to see how it goes time-wise, but I gotta hide these glowstone lights somewhere, so just so that the inside of the Arc de Triomphe doesn't spawn tons of monsters, because that won't be good. What we can do is... Oh, don't drop down there. Let's see. Let's do time set. No, I'm not good at typing. 14,000. And we'll get all the lights on the interior. See? We need lights somewhere. Don't know how, but we need to, like, hide them or something. So let's get our glowstone. This is very important. You need to be able to get their lighting right. There was lighting involved, I remember, in the rooftop. It was carved into the bricks, so this will just have to be good enough, I'm afraid. I really would not prefer to settle for this, but I don't have much of a choice. If we do that, the thing is that doesn't really light up the floor at all. Let's get rid of that. Just lights up the roof, which is kind of a bummer. Let's put that. Put that. Alright. You see, it doesn't provide any light, but it as aesthetics. You know what? It doesn't provide any light. I'm just going to get rid of them all. I'm trying to think of a way we can light this up. I probably should have thought about this in advance, but I decided, hey, I wanted to record the video. It's Saturday night, by the way. I don't know when I'm uploading this, but it's Saturday night. I thought, hey, I want to be able to upload the video. Let's do it this day. Let's do it now. And now I'm kind of regretting that. I don't know if there are lights on the interior of the Arc de Triomphe, but we can put some lights in. Let's put some lights in the floor. I'm pretty sure that with modern day technology they would do that. Which means we want some lights there. If we do the lights scattered around the floor like this, we should be fine. We'll have plenty of light for what we need. And bang. Alright. That looks nice, actually. I prefer that to the ones on the ceiling. Okay. So we're at 18 minutes. I finished the interior. What I'm going to do is, for the remainder of this episode, I think I'm going to get the towers built up a little bit, and then we'll do a second episode for the top half of the Arc de Triomphe and the roof, because I haven't built that yet. So let's get this started. I'm just sad that I can't make the sculptures on the sides, because I'm looking at them. They look pretty cool. I mean, this thing was built in the 1800s by Napoleon, so that tells you the age and amazingness of this build. Just for the times, the fact that they could build it, pretty extraordinary. So we got that set up. Let's just tear all this down. We need the road. Yeah, we'll do the road in the next episode as well, because I don't have time for that. Is it rounded? It's not rounded on the sides. It's just rounded from this way, it looks like. So we got that covered. Let's see. We need it to be that height. So if you come around here... Okay, so I was just measuring the height of this to be able to see where to put the stairs. And we need to do it there. Alrighty. I may not finish all the exterior of the towers in this episode. I'm definitely going to do a couple, because I want to get this general thing set up. And then in the next episode, we'll be able to go all fancy decorations and everything that's cool like that. Let's It was that, right? No. It was out here was the curved block. So, also, the architecture on this thing with the slope, it's mostly, it's sort of like an indentation and then it comes back out. But with what I have to work with, I'm noticing that this happens. Yeah, I put the arch too high because this happens right right below this arch, so right about there, and it comes and touches this one. So I'm wondering, guys, do I scooch it down? I could actually probably get away with that. I think I'm going to do that, and that would solve our issue with the whole corner thing, actually. Yes, yes, this could work. Alright, let's just try it on one side and see how it works. Because that does throw off the sort of thing on the top. It doesn't make it as curved as preferred. It would fix the stairs with this. And this is curved like this. So if I made them that low... I can't believe I'm changing this, but I'm going to have to go with that, honestly. The curve on the inside isn't as perfect. There is a little bit of white that I can work with, though, so we can do this. We can, instead of having this, we are going to put... it's sort of fancy there. Let's use... If we put, what happens if we put glowstone up here? We could sort of hide some glowstone up here, maybe. The problem is you could easily see that. Although, I think in real life, they would put lights up there. Just for decorative purposes, and so you'd be able to see it at night. So let's do this. It's the power of the Home Depot. I'm just kidding. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Home Depot. That was just a joke. So I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Okay. Yep. Definite improvement, guys. I'm gonna finish this general arch, and then I think that I'm gonna have to call it. I may, off camera, finish off the bottoms of these towers, because it's basically just gonna be me putting down more blocks. It's not gonna be anything different. So I think I may do that. I just want to get this arch made to see how our build is turning out so far. Because I'm really excited about this. I've never done anything of actual significance in a Let's Build, especially of something this size. So, yeah, that'll be amazing. Alright. Let's loop it around. We'll look at it from this, is this, I think this side would be more completed than that side, actually. Yeah, it is. We'll look at it from this way when we're done, just to see how beautiful it looks. Oh man, I can't wait, guys. I can't wait to see the finished product of this. Of course, it's never gonna be able to be as good as the actual Arc de Triomphe. And I think I've already said this. I apologize if I'm saying it wrong, because by this time I've probably, if I have been saying it wrong, I've probably said it wrong like 5 times at least. So, yep, to all you French people out there, or you history buffs that are a bigger history buff than me and know, oh, it's Arc de Triomphe, or something like that, which is actually the same way I just pronounced it. I apologize. I'm not, no, I don't even know where I'm going with that. Alright, I finished the roundabout thingy. Let's go around to the front and see. Oh, yes. This is turning out, guys. This is turning out great. I'm going to finish off the, where is it that's missing? I'm going to finish off this stuff off camera. Those two things and these two, just to make it so, but do you guys think we need light up here? Let's hide some lights in the side of the wall, just so we can see the beautiful artwork at nighttime. Because otherwise, it's not as good of a tourist attraction if you can't see what you're supposed to be looking at. Alrighty. This looks amazing, guys. Actually, in my opinion. You guys probably think it's terrible, but I really like it. So, thank you guys for watching, and hang on, I keep forgetting the button. Alright. See you guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing 3 videos on this. Don't listen to what I say and all the other ones, because I recorded them all, and I'm like, okay, it actually took 3. So just to let you guys know about that. In the top left is the subscribe button. If you could please hit that, that'll send you to my main page where you can subscribe to this channel. Then you'll always get alerts on when I put out videos, and I'd really appreciate it if you could do so, because that helps me out so much in growing and be able to put out more videos for you guys. If you click the tent up there, that'll send you to my first Let's Build series, Let's Build Campsite, which is the stuff here. So if you want to go check that out, and then you can see, I think I have a couple Let's Build things. I have Campsite, I have Winter Cabin, then I have the one I'm working on, Arc de Triomphe. So yeah, and then in the bottom left there is just my Bluebeard Gamer logo. If you want to check out my Solar Survival, 'cause that's, yeah, just go ahead and check that out. There's a link to that there, so if you go ahead and check out these things, I think you'll be happy with what you see, I hope. So until next time, guys, this is Bluebeard Gamer, signing off.